Hello. I'm so excited to see you guys here today. I am going to share with you 50 ways that you can use your branding images. So I get a lot of inquiries who will reach out and say, Julie, I need an updated headshot. But when I dive into exploring what it is that they're really looking for, it turns out that they need a larger collection of images. And what they're really talking about is a branding session. Perhaps they just don't exactly know what that entails and all the very many ways that there are to use your images across social media, across your website, across all your different marketing materials to really reach your clients, to connect with them, and to have your prospective clients have a better sense for your services, for who you are, and to be able to relate to you, which is what it's all about. So we're going to go through my 50 ways to use your branding images. We'll start by discussing the different ways you can use them on your social media, and then we'll dive into ways you can use them on your website. And lastly, we'll finish up with other places that you can use these images that would be really helpful. So let's get started. So this is a free guide that you can download, and anytime you are stumped on maybe what to post on social media, or if you are preparing for a branding shoot with me or another photographer, you can access these and really start to map out a game plan for your session and all the different images you will be needing. So starting with social media, number one would be updating your profile photo. So it's really important that you have a photo that your prospective clients will recognize across the different platforms. So, you can have the same image on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, on all the other platforms that exist. There are so many today, but I feel like I've hit the most important ones. TikTok is another one there. So having that profile photo, which you would want to update and keep fresh. So every few months, perhaps at least a minimum of twice a year, you'll want to think about keeping that profile photo updated, especially if you are someone who changes their look quite often. So, there are some women out there who like to change the color of their hair or cut their hair, grow it out long. And so you want to be recognizable. You want people to spot you right away and say, "Oh, that's the face of the brand. That's the owner of the company or the business." And they should be able to recognize you, and it should be an image that represents what you look like today and not maybe 10, 20, 30 years ago. So, profile photos, number one, it's a big one. Cover photo. So this is also could be referred to as a banner image, and these are really useful to have. So of course you have a banner image on your website across the different pages of your website, but you also use these on platforms like Facebook, where you have a business page and you're going to have a banner going across the front, top, and you'll want to have that updated if you have a specific promotion or a sale that you're running. It could be seasonal. It could be just something that you want to refresh because it catches people's attention. And that's what this is all about, right? Being on social media and staying top of mind with potential customers, clients, fans. So keeping your cover photo updated is really important. You could switch that out if you are running a seasonal sale or any other promotions. Number three, Halloween. So it can be really fun to post images that correspond to recent or current holidays, right? Or holidays that are coming up. Social media doesn't have to always be serious. It can be fun. It could be great to relate to your audience by sharing fun images of yourself that have something to do with the holiday. So these are my next few thoughts here. Halloween, we have Christmas is a big one. You can have several branding images related to Christmas. Maybe you have products and that you can share them being wrapped or just the different colors associated with the different holidays. Keep in mind that branding photos don't always have to be of you. They can be images of products or marketing materials. They can be locations. So all of these help for you to tell stories and to show up consistently online because you are sharing about yourself, about the business, about the services, about the products, and all that your audience can expect when they decide to work with you. So holidays are a big one, and they give you great opportunities to post and to share. So Christmas is number 4. We have Valentine's Day for number 5, and New Year's for number 6. So you can also think about, again, the different promotions that might go along with these different holidays. Are you running a Black Friday sale? Are you running a Christmas special? How about New Year's? New Year's is a great time to, especially if you work with businesses, if perhaps you're a coach, to really get out in front of your audience and say, we're celebrating the new year, we're off to a new start. Let's get it started on the right foot with a great promotion. So those images for holidays can be really useful. All right, so next would be number 7, infographics. So infographics can be used not just on social media. You can certainly print these out. They could be different printed marketing pieces, flyers. You can use them on your website. You could use them on a blog. It would be a great place for that. Perhaps on specific social media platforms like LinkedIn. This could work really well. And so you'll want to just input those different branding photos that make sense for the infographic that you're putting together. Number 8, quotes. This is a great one for social media. I've found that social media can sometimes be sort of a downer. There's a lot of negativity and political stuff out there. So it's really nice to be able to put out quotes that just have that positivity, that bit of inspiration for people. And you could also pop in perhaps a testimonial with a client image if that's something that relates to your business. So quotes is a big one. It could be you as well. All right. Number 9, behind the scenes. So your clients and your audience, prospective clients, they want to get to know you. They want to know who's the face behind the business or the team behind the business. And so being able to share behind the scenes is a great way to relate to your audience, to connect with them. And they're just curious. They want to get to see what goes on behind the scenes. So these make for great storytelling as well. You can give a little information or a funny story about you and your team, or just you yourself behind the scenes doing what it is that you do. Number 10 is workspace. So in the same way, your audience wants to see you and what you do and where you do it. So including images on your social media is great for showing those behind the scenes as well as where you work. It could be, the front office. It could be, if you're in some kind of a gym, it could be in the kitchen, in the back, just letting them in and letting them experience what it is and what you do. Number 11, job duties. So this is also related. When you have a branding session with me, we really do sit down and almost map out a day in the life, what it is that you do, the services that you offer, and how can we put images in front of your audience that speak to that. So showing you in action or your team members in action is a great way, once again, to allow your audience to get to know the business, the day-to-day activities. All right, number 12, about you. So on social media, it's great to be able to have posts once in a while where you reintroduce yourself. So you may have followers that have, been seeing your posts and they're getting to know you, but then you have new followers who don't know who you are really. And it's nice to see the face behind the business once again, and tell a little bit about yourself, perhaps how you got started, the history of the business, and so on and so forth. All right, number 13, happy, laughing. So now we're going to go into a series of emotions that are great to capture in your branding photos because once again, they allow you to do a lot of things with them in your posts for social. So being happy and laughing. Another one would be being confident and powerful. I could walk you through some power poses for these images so that you come across as someone who is confident and powerful. Here's another one, being excited and being playful. These are all emotions that work well with social media because, again, you can share a story. If you're excited, you're playful, you can, excuse me, you can say, I'm so excited because we have this new launch happening, right? Or if you are feeling confident and powerful, you can talk about how it is that you help others to empower them, right? If perhaps you are in the health and wellness space, you can use that image to go along with a post or caption where you talk about how your story, how you felt empowered, and how now you're giving back to other clients and helping them to feel the same way. So emotions are really helpful to capture in images and to use online. Here's another one that works really great. It's pointing with some empty space to the side where you can include some text for a sale, for a promotion, for anything that you want to showcase and point out. Number 17, hobbies. Again, so, we want to show ourselves and the things that interest us outside of our business. It's really great to be able to show that you are a human and that you have all these different activities that you do outside of work, because that once again helps your audience to relate to you, to make those connections, so they can say, "Oh, hey, me too." And remember that our audience we want to build that trust. We want to build those connections so they can feel like they know us on some level and they are more likely to reach out and pick up the phone or book something with you when they feel that they can relate to you and that you have some things in common. So hobbies is a great one. So employees or team members, it is so important that your audience gets to see who else works in your industry or in your business, and so that they can once again see what's going on, see what it's like for you as either a solopreneur or if you have those team members, to just kind of manage it all and how well you work together. And again, it helps to allow your audience to just get to know the business on a deeper level. Oh, scrolled too far there. All right, testimonials. So this is huge. This is a big one. Again, your clients want to know you, which they will have those little tidbits of information from when you share about your hobbies and your team, and they get to know your business. But they also want to hear from your past clients. They want to know that they can trust you. So sharing testimonials is a great one, and including the quote. Or a little summary, and that works really well on social media if you share testimonials. Okay, number 20, birthday. So it could be fun to plan out for your photo shoot with me, your branding session, to plan out some celebratory images. Maybe you can reuse this image when you hit 100,000 followers on your social media platform, and you can reuse this. You can use it when you have a birthday. Maybe you're going to have a birthday sale, or maybe you're just sharing about you, or maybe you've hit a milestone birthday and you're just being human and sharing that with your audience. So these images, they can be reused. We do talk about when we're planning out a branding session, how many images you may want. And just a quick little side note here, I often get that question. I don't really know how many I would need. Well, we will want to talk about how much you want to plan for. Do you want to have enough images for 6 months? Then I usually say we'll need roughly 50 images. If you're looking to cover enough photos for an entire year, then I usually recommend that around 100 is a good starting place. But you can then reuse a couple of these for different situations, like I said, for a birthday, for a big sale, for hitting some kind of achievement or milestone in your business. Okay. Number 21. So this is going to be sales. We all run promotions and sales in our business. And so it's great to be able to have branding images that you can include on those different sales pages or on a social media post or in a newsletter where you send out that email blast saying, hey, we're having a big sale. So that's another important one to have. Okay, number 22, campaigns and promotions. This is along the same lines as before with the sales, but it could be that perhaps you have you're doing a masterclass, right? And you're going to be live on Zoom, something like that, where you just need that image of yourself that you're going to include. So that's another great one to do. Number 23, product shots. So again, we don't have to just take photos of you. It can be your products that we photograph that, you can use once again on social media. These are the products. This is what it looks like. And it's great to have those high quality images because it just makes you look more important and like you are spending the time and the energy and investing in high quality images. It really does help to elevate your presence on social media with those types of high quality images. All right, number 24, tips and info. So, when you are posting on social media, it's really great to be able to provide some educational content, not just think of, Instagram or Facebook as like a blog where you're just, throwing up, sharing your latest work, but also educating and providing advice and tips and information to your clients because it once again helps to build that know, like, and trust. They get to know you, they see you as an expert in your field, and they are that much more likely to reach out for your services. All right, caption this. This is a fun one. So this can be where we just create some fun images for you so that you can help to build engagement with your audience. You want images that are going to grab people's attention and perhaps they will be more likely to comment and communicate with you. You can strike up those conversations with them. And that's also a great way to say, hey, let's take it to the DMs. And you can thank them for commenting and ask them if they have any questions, if there's anything that you can do to help them. Just striking up that conversation, you never know where that may lead. It could be a new sale or a new client. So it's worth it. All right, caption this. Next, number 26, day in the life. So again, this is a little different than behind the scenes. Behind the scenes could be more related to what you do when you are working, right? Those are behind the scenes of what you do at work. But a day in the life doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be, what you're doing during those other hours of the day when you're not working, right? It could be back home and you're perhaps like this photo is giving me inspiration back home and you are getting yourself situated in the kitchen and kind of immersing yourself back into real life and family life. It could be you at a park, taking a walk, taking a hike, getting some exercise. It could showcase your hobbies and your interests once again. It could be something that we plan out during your consultation. So during your consultation with me ahead of a branding session, again, we really do, I have a questionnaire, a list that we go through. So we make sure we're hitting all the important pieces of your day and being able to showcase those that are most important to you. And the other thing is we don't necessarily do everything in studio. So it may be best that I come to your location, to your place of work. And then maybe we can also incorporate a second or third location. We can do that. We can plan it out so that perhaps we start in the studio or in your office or your building, and then we head to a second and third location somewhere else, if that makes sense. All right, so day in the life. Number 27, what do you value? So this could again be perhaps something a little more personal. It doesn't have to be with the business. It could be, but you maybe for if it's in the business, then it's how much you value your relationships with your clients, something related to that. Or it could be your family, your bestie, right? So you are welcome during a branding session with me to incorporate other people, even your pets. You could bring your pet. And I've had that. It's a lot of fun. We plan it out once again, so it makes sense. Maybe you have a partner or a friend stop by with your pet, so we can grab those photos and then take your pet back home with them. But it could also be family. So we could plan out your sessions so that we take care of all of the business related things, and then we could finish up with some family portraits where you could use them for your business page, for anything like that, anything related to this is what I value most. This is why one of the reasons I do what I do and I work so hard. And then, of course, you can also just enjoy them because you'll be done up in hair and makeup and feeling really great. And so why not use this time to also nail some really great family portraits at the end of your shoot? All right. Number 28, thank yous. So again, the thank you card doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be something that is a product shot, and then you have those printed on nice thank you cards. There's a bunch of ways we can go about that. Solving problems. So you have to keep in mind that when you're posting on social media, that a lot of the time you want to have posts or captions that are solving your clients' problems, right? So think about why they may need your services, and how you can help them. And if you can just relate to them on that level, and then you are solving their problems and you are taking care of objections before they even come up. Again, that makes them more likely to reach out and trust you and your services. All right, so those first 29 mostly have to do with where you can use branding images across your social media. So now let's talk about your website and different places on your website that you can apply those branding photos. So number 30 is going to be your about page. So of course, this is once again where you are telling more about you, how you got started. And then of course you want to relate it back to them and how you can help them, how you can solve those problems for them. But this is a great place for a really knockout image of yourself and perhaps your team. Number 31, your contact page. So this could be playful and fun. It could be you or whoever else it is that answers the phone when you have a client reach out. They could be on a phone, as you see in this example here. They might also be behind a computer, a laptop, typing away. If you don't have clients who call you or prospective clients who call you, maybe it's via email. So you could also set up an image like that. Number 32, team page or services page. So if you provide a number of different services, you could use an image for each one of those, like something that represents each service that you provide. Keeping in mind, once again, it does not always have to be an image of you. It can be an image of the different spaces where those services take place, or the products associated with those services, or the team members that are associated. So number 32 is a big one there, showing your team, showing the faces for those people your new clients would be working with. Number 34, location. So this could be great for even, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but Google My Business. People want to know where they're going. So if you have a place of business where people go to, we could do a nice shot of the building itself, or you or your team members in front of the building. It could also be the inside of the building and the different spaces within. So again, clients or potential clients feel like they're getting to know you and your business, and it's just familiar and more comfortable. And this is how we grow that comfort level so that they will feel good about showing up and they'll feel like they know you already. All right. Number 35, blog posts. So, blog posts, some people get a little overwhelmed and with blogging, and maybe they don't keep up with it the way that they should. But it doesn't have to be a big thing. Especially if you have curated a really great collection of branding images. You can use those in the blogs with just a couple paragraphs. You can even repurpose content that you've created for your social media. If you had an infographic that you shared on Instagram or on Facebook, you can turn that into a blog post. Or if you had a great post on Instagram with, 5 tips for your next fill in the blank, right? You can repurpose that as a blog post and throw up a couple of images, and bam, there you go. And you're increasing your SEO. And it's just another great way to build an audience. And it helps with SEO, of course, as well, which is a big one. All right, number 36, pop-up. So for pop-ups, these can be great on your website. It's a great way to build an email list. So you may have some kind of a freebie giveaway, and it just pops up on the screen. It grabs a viewer's attention when they land on your website, and they say, oh, hey, they're giving me something for free, and it's something that I can use, and it helps me to do XYZ. Okay, yeah, I'll download it. And then they're giving you their email. And this can help you to build up an email list. And email marketing is really great for reaching clients. It is much more reliable than reaching out to people on social media. We all know that with the algorithm these days, it is hard to reach people that way. So with an email list, you own your list and you can reach out to them, and you know that they're going to receive that email correspondence. All right, number 37, replace stock images. So again, I touched on this earlier. This is this is something where you have people who look at your website and they can tell right away when you're using stock images, and it just kind of feels a little cheap. So if you can replace them with high quality photography, and that is personalized to you and your business, they can tell. They can tell right away, and it just makes them think, this company, this business, they are investing in themselves, and they just seem a little bit more legitimate. So let's replace those stock images with whatever it is that you need. We will talk about that during a consultation. All right, number 38, landing pages. So this is related to promotions again. You have different landing pages for different reasons, and it's great to have those images up there. Number 39, speaking events. And now we have really moved past just website for branding image usage, right? So if you're someone who speaks at events, or once again, maybe you host webinars, or perhaps you have a live class or master class that you're doing, you'll want to have great images that correspond to what it is you're offering. Number 40, paid ads. So here's another great idea with the paid ads is just, you being the face of your business or your team members, you'll want to have those great images to share for those. Number 41, print materials. So this could be anything else related to marketing pieces that you use. So it could be gift vouchers. It could be flyers. There's a whole lot of ways that we use printed marketing materials, and you need great images for that. Okay, number 42, business cards, big one. Once again, you want to have those high quality images. They grab people's attention much more than just standard text. And it becomes a conversation piece. So if they're impressed with your card, they're going to talk to you, you're going to open up a conversation, and it gives you opportunity to share more about what you do and how you can help them. Number 43, thank you cards. So, again, this could be something that you give to clients as soon as they are done working with you. It could be a holiday related card where you are staying top of mind because you're sending them a holiday card, a New Year's card, and maybe you could even include a promotion in there for the holidays or for a new year, and you're reaching out and you're staying top of mind. Number 44, custom swag. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something like a shirt or anything like that. I don't think people want to walk around with their face on their shirts, but but it could be something that you use for packaging your products. It could be something that's related to gifts that you provide clients as part of the thank you. All right, number 45, Pinterest. So Pinterest is one of those platforms that I think doesn't get enough attention. Anytime you have new branding images, you should throw them up on Pinterest. They tend to reach viewers for a longer period of time than Instagram or Facebook, where it only sort of remains active for maybe an hour, maybe a couple hours, and then it's gone forever, right? And unless someone is searching for on your profile, they're not going to really find that post. It gets buried. But Pinterest is different, and you can absolutely use that to another way to reach people, to come up in SEO. It's a great platform to look into if you're not using it already. All right, number 46, Google My Business. I touched on this earlier. So every so often, you're going to want to go into your Google My Business, and you better have an account. If you don't, go create one right now, because it does help to drive business to you and into your website. It's like today's Yellow Pages. And so if you exist as a business, you have to be on Google My Business. So here's where you can throw up images of yourself, of your clients, of your products. Keep it fresh. Maybe at least once a month, go in there and upload new content and new images. Number 47, newsletters. So that's a big one. You want to grow that email list and create, it's a great way to reach out when you have a sale or promotion, but it's also another way to reach out and give little tips, advice, education, inspiration, so that you can stay in touch with your client base and with inquiries that signed up for maybe that pop-up, and now you're communicating with them, staying top of mind. Number 48, email signature. That's a big one. So a lot of people don't even have an email signature, but this is really important. If you want to appear professional, then you want to have a professional email signature. Number 49, presentations. So this could be something maybe within your business if you're having a team meeting, or if you host a lot of Zooms once again, or if you have some kind of PowerPoint for presenting at a networking event or a conference, etc. You want to have those great images that you can include there. And number 50 is a pricing guide. Again, it doesn't always have to be you, but you can be, or maybe your team could be on the cover or on one of the pages in there. And then, of course, you can include images of your location, of the different services behind the scenes, products. A pricing guide can be a great place to incorporate those different branding images. So once again, when you work with me, we would start with a thorough consultation. I would go through your website, and we can talk about the different places where you can refresh the images, or just have an image where you may not have one already. We go through your social media, and we talk about that and how you want to show up online. What is your voice? What is your why? All of these different questions, we talk through it in depth so that we come up with a game plan for you. And again, you can keep in mind that this is a custom session, so it can take a couple hours, but it's worth it to get all this content done in bulk so that you can plan out your content, your social media content, so that you can create a really great website, so that you can create marketing pieces that you can use for a long time. And it's high value stuff. It's really going to help you to connect with potential clients, with your audience, to help to establish yourself in your field, to look like the expert that you are, and to help make you money. It's going to grab people's attention when you have high quality images, and then you can use those images to tell stories on your social media, on your website. You will absolutely have more eyes on your business, and that can absolutely translate to more business. So if you have any questions at all, please reach out. I'd be happy to discuss any of these 50 ways that you can use your images. We can talk about perhaps setting up a session for yourself. And I'd love you to tag me too if you use any of these ideas I've shared with you online. I'd be happy to give you feedback, or just comment and help to boost your post on social, all of that good stuff. But I am here for you. And my last tip would be to make sure that you're batching your content for social media. So there's a lot of apps that you can use. Block off 2 to 3 hours so that you can sit down and create a series of posts that will automatically be shared on social, so that you aren't feeling bogged down, that you have to come up with something to post every day. You can use this guide, you can download it, and when you're feeling stuck as to what to batch, what to create, go through this guide as a refresher, as a reminder for the very many ways that you can use branding images to relate to your audience. So again, I wish you the best. You can use these ideas, come up with your own batch content, and that way you'll free up your time for higher level activities. But it was great being with you. If you have any questions at all, if you have any interest in finding out more about booking with me, I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me on my website through my contact page. You can find me on social media at Julie DeCero Photography on Facebook. On Instagram, it would be Julie DeCero Photo. And my website is juliedecerophotography.com. So I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope that this was useful for you. All right, now go and be rock stars with your branding content. All right, take care.